last night we had the newest episode of Hardknocks, and there's a couple of big things to get into from the episode last night that's following the Cleveland Browns and chronicling their adventures in the preseason. And surprisingly, the star last night wasn't Baker Mayfield. It wasn't Jarvis Landry. One of the big stars that we met for the first time was Bob Wylie. Bob Wylie, who is the offensive line coach for the Browns. And he's a guy you look at him and you would say, if you say, what does this guy do for a living? He's a line coach in the National Football League.
He's straight out of Central Cast.
That's what he does.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who you want. There's a big meme of him when he's calling hut hut. You see his belly moves to the exact same time as him saying hut hut. But he saved his best analogy for when he tried to talk about why players don't need to stretch fancy with bands and all kinds of crazy stuff because we won 2 world wars without all that kind of crazy technology. Take a listen.
World War I and World War II, all those guys that fought in that war, right? They did push-ups, jumping jacks, sit-ups, climbed the rope and ran. But none of this fancy okay? Right? And they won 2 world wars. 2 world wars by doing jumping jacks, push-ups, and sit-ups. 2 world wars. You think they were worried when they're running across Normandy about stretching? Are you kidding me?
A few people might have pulled a hammy.
Well, let me see. Give me my rubber band so I can stretch to run across that beat. You got to be kidding me.
You think that's what Truman said? Hey, Mr. President, you think we can win this war? Yeah, we got guys doing jumping jacks and they're doing push-ups and sit-ups. We're going to just destroy these guys and send them back over. I don't know that that's exactly the conversation that was going on.
It is though funny though, right? Like he actually does, in a Neanderthal way, he does make a great point, which is like, really, do you really need to make sure your T-bands are loose before you get out and play football when like, look, you can do push-ups and sit-ups and and lunges with no weight and be perfectly fine. Look, it's funny and there's a lot to it. Plus, you got the gut that moves every time he yells hut.
Oh yeah.
That's
I don't think
amazing.
he's done a lot of push-ups and sit-ups lately.
It's really amazing. I always loved like the fat coach that yells at other guys for being out of shape too. That's always amazing to me.
I was waiting for a Rocky IV reference. You'd think Rocky, well, look at Rocky beat, sorry, spoiler alert. Rocky beat Drago. You saw Rocky, he was lifting stuff up, he's running through the snow. You had Drago was taking needles and CompuBoxing and training on all this exotic stuff, and what happened? Rocky beats him.
Does make a good, hey, Rocco pulls this one out, right? I don't want to. He does make a good point, though. I don't remember anybody in Saving Private Ryan going, hammy, I'm at 2-4. I'm at 2-4. With a hammy. I thought my big takeaway was Dez Bryant being parading himself around, and I don't even mind the shugging everybody, the half handshake, half hug, dapping everybody up, walking in. Hey, I want to just kind of fit in, act like I know everybody. I thought he looked like a guy who so doesn't get it, right? So doesn't get it. He looked like a guy who. It's too soon for him to be on a date, right? Okay. He was in a long relationship.
Sure.
And it's just too soon because he's still talking about, even without talking about the ex, he's talking about the ex. He shows up and Dez Bryant has a spiritual gangster cut-off T-shirt. And you could say, like, look, if I had arms like that, I would never wear sleeves. That's great, but you're also not on a job interview. And even if you want to wear the spiritual gangster shirt and some shorts, like, you can't take your headphones off when you come in for a meeting? And when he was asked by Hue Jackson, like, what he's looking for, he said this.
Coach, this new to me. Right. I'm just being honest. All this new. I get it. Just being honest. The way you expressing yourself, the way you talking to me, I barely even know each other and I feel comfortable. Oh, yeah. It's like, that's what these players want. I want to just be honest with you. Right. Just want that realness because I'm gonna give you who I am. I feel like I'm an easy person to talk to. I love learning. I want to know things. If it's something I'm not doing right, I want to know those things because I feel like we all deserve that. We all deserve that opportunity.
Right. Like, listen, he wants, and it's something that somebody clearly told him that he has. People perceive him as being uncoachable. But I don't think you're coming for a job interview dressed for the job that you want, right? You're the veteran. You're supposed to come in and you want to be real. What you're still saying to us is you can't go over the fact that you feel like the Cowboys lied to you. And you think that the reason that you're out on the street is because the perception is that you're uncoachable. Look, you're trying to get a new job. You're trying to be the vet. I want to learn, but I also want to teach. I got these younger players. He should sit there and go like, look, Jarvis Landry wants to get to the heights that I've been to. You got Josh Gordon, who knows more about overcoming off-the-field stuff than I do. But he doesn't look the part. Like, again, you want to be real. Like, it's great to be real and have your headphones, but you take them off and you put on, you don't have to put on a suit and tie. You don't even put on a collared shirt, but just put on a shirt and put on some pants or wear nice shorts and a nice shirt and walk in and look everybody in the eye and understand, ask questions, but also have the answers prepared. He just kind of came in and winged it. And that's what he did. And it looked like a guy who winged it. He looked like a guy who wasn't ready to be on that first date, that still in his back of his mind was trying to, I need somebody to be honest with me because the last place wasn't honest with me. I need you to tell me that you're into me in order for me to want to date you. I just thought it was either too soon for him to be on a date, or it may be the fact that he can never get over the relationship which was lost with the Dallas Cowboys.
See, I don't think this is about the Browns at all. What happened to have Dez Bryant end up in Browns camp? First couple weeks of Hard Knocks come on. Jarvis Landry becomes a big sensation, giving that big fiery meeting to the other wide receivers after a couple of days of practices, and he realizes, okay, there's something going on with the Browns. They're getting a lot of attention. As you said this week, if you're going to stink, at least be entertaining. The Browns are definitely entertaining, and there's something that cuts through. Dez Bryant says, hey, I'm going to start my visits next week. No one was waiting for him to come visit their team. Nobody was. And I'm going to start in Cleveland. Why is he going to Cleveland? Because it's a PR move. And I guarantee you, him and his agent got together and he talks, you know what? Go see the Browns and let them see who you are and get out there, and we'll get your name will be relevant again. It'll be talked around NFL circles. Hey, Dez is there. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to go to Cleveland. He wanted to accomplish that. He got the meeting with Hue Jackson here. I'm telling you, I'm going to be real. I want to do all these things. He went into the equipment room and said hi to the equipment guys. He tried to do the best as he thought he could to try to rehabilitate that image and get people talking about Dez Bryant again. I don't think he wants anything to do with the Browns at all. I think he's hoping that this is going to be, okay, so there they go. People got to see it because people all around the league see it. You know, look.
I totally
people
agree.
all around the league
completely agree with you.
This was all a PR thing for him.
Great, but I don't think the PR is good coming out of it, because I do think that it's transparent, but even more than transparent. If you're bringing Dez Bryant in, he has to come in understanding, hey, dude, you're not the guy anymore. You're the vet now, right? You're not in your 20s. You're in your 30s. You got to come in completely buttoned up, completely accepting of your role and of your responsibility on and off the football field to teach our younger players what to do and maybe more importantly, what not to do. And it wasn't just a job interview with the Browns. It's a job interview with the league. And this is what so many people don't understand about their own place of business. And athletes, it takes until you're out of sports to really understand, is they all talk. And yes, they all watch that show, but a lot of guys in league offices don't have time to watch what's going on with the Browns. They just don't. They're worried about their own 90 cutting down to 53. But you go into Cleveland, how was Dez? He was Dez. What's that mean? He kind of came in with like Dez. He had headphones on, he had short sleeve, he didn't really have much to say. He said kind of all the right things, but you didn't feel like he really meant it. Like, they all talk. And I would agree with you. It wasn't just a job interview for the Browns, it's a job interview for 32 teams. And I'm sure plenty of them were like, hard pass.